She had done it. The document was with Marcus. Victor was in custody. Gerald's world was crumbling. She had everything for. So why did she feel like she was still standing inside those walls?
I thought it would feel different. I thought the moment it was over, I would feel something I could actually name. What does it feel like, Mama? To finally be free?
He did not ask if she was okay. He already knew she was not. He just made tea. Because sometimes the most important thing a person can do is simply stay in the room.
You should have slept more.
So should you.
How are you not falling apart away from your entire life?
My entire life walked away from me a long time ago.
She had spent 10 days inside his house studying everyone in it. She had files on Gerald, on Diana, on Mrs. Greer. She thought she had a file on Ethan too. She was wrong. Tell me what you saw the night my mother died. You have been carrying it for 20 years. You said you knew it was not an accident. I need to know what you saw.
I was 17. I heard voices coming from the lower corridor.
He was 17 years old, standing at the top of the stairs in his father's house, about to understand for the first time exactly what kind of man Gerald Weston really was.
What is happening? What are they doing down there?
She had come to find them. She had the documents in her hand. She was going to confront them that same night. She could not wait until morning. That was Rose Reed.
I know what this development means. I know who it displaces, and I have everything I need to make sure the right people find out by morning.
Rose, put the folder down and go back to the kitchen.
I will not. These are families, Gerald. Real people. And you are going to throw them out like they are nothing.
He could not hear everything, but he heard enough. And what he saw next was something he spent 20 years trying to find a way to live with.
He stopped talking for almost a full minute, and Nora let the silence sit, because some things need room before they can be spoken out loud.
I should have done something. I was old enough to understand what was happening.
You were 17, Ethan.
That is not an excuse.
It is not an excuse, it is a fact. You were a child in your father's house watching something no child should ever have to see.
I tried to tell someone. Nobody believed me. He had been 17 when it happened, 28 when Nora walked through that kitchen door, 11 years of carrying something that had no place to go, and then she arrived, and suddenly it had somewhere to go. The moment you walked into that kitchen, I knew. Something about your eyes, the way you moved in that house like you already knew every corner of it.
You knew from the beginning?
I suspected, I hoped. Because if you were who I thought you were, it meant someone had finally come back, and maybe I could finally stop carrying it alone.
She had hated everything that house represented for 20 years, and somehow it had also produced the one person who had been holding a piece of her mother's story that she did not even know was missing. She was not scared of them, you know. Even at the end, that was who she was.
I know, I saw it.
I am so glad someone saw it.
Marcus Webb published at 6:47 in the morning. By 7:15, it was the top story on every major platform. By 7:30, Gerald Weston's name was trending in 4 countries.
It is out. Marcus published everything. He put her name first. He actually put her name first. They know her name. The whole world knows her name. Rose Reed was 34 years old.
Her name is the first line.
She had not cried since she was 11 years old, standing in the rain at her mother's graveside. She had decided that day that tears were something she could not afford.
20 years later, in a small motel room, with the morning news changing everything, she finally let herself be 11 again, just for a moment.
I told myself I would not do this.
You can do this.
I had a plan. The plan did not include crying in a motel room.
The plan is done, Nora. You finished it. You are allowed to feel it now.
She pulled herself back together the way she always did. Fast, quiet, complete. But this time Ethan had seen what was underneath, and that could not be undone.
Marcus.
It is everywhere, Nora. Every major outlet has picked it up. Gerald's lawyers are already talking, but the documents are out. They cannot put this back in the box.
Victor?
Still in custody. Federal investigators have been on this since last night. This is actually happening.
My mother's name, is it everywhere?
It is everywhere. I made sure of it.
Rose Reed's name was everywhere. On every screen, in every headline, the woman they had buried under paperwork and silence was being spoken out loud by the whole world, 20 years late, but loud enough to make up for every year of quiet.
You were not forgotten. You were never going to stay forgotten.
She had walked into the Weston house with a plan and a photograph and 20 years of controlled fury. She was walking out of this motel room with something she had absolutely no roadmap for.
I do not know how to do this part.
What part?
The part where there is no plan, the part where I just live.
Then we figure it out, starting with breakfast, because I am absolutely starving.
20 years ago, a little girl stood in the rain and made a promise to her mother. She kept it, every single part of it. And now, on the other side of the longest mission of her life, she stepped into a morning that belonged only to her. No plan, no target, no locked door waiting to be opened. So,
Breakfast. What do you want?
something my mother used to make.
What was that?
Pepper soup, I will teach you.
I would really like that.